want to say for the record that I do hate men.
If you work out because you want your body to look a certain way, you don't care about health, you are fat phobia.
Kill male babies and kill any man that you see, like in the street.
Pro women killing men. I think that if a man deserves it, yeah, why not?
I just want to put that energy out in the universe.
I would love to see you get a woman pregnant. And I said, oh, no. She would be getting me pregnant.
And then I have multiple boyfriends, but I'm still single. So life is good.
Do you think men are important? Like for what?
Men are not meant to be dominant. Men are meant to...
It is better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to speak and remove all doubt. Silence, I think, is golden. Where that becomes an issue is if you're not speaking up when you should. Does that make sense? There's an old saying, another good saying, all it takes for evil to prevail is for good men to do nothing. So there are times in life when we are not called to be silent. So if silence is our default mechanism because that's what we're most comfortable with, and we are doing it because it's comfortable, that potentially is an issue. If we're doing it because we don't believe we're adding value to the silence, right, which is really it, right? For me to want to open my mouth would mean for me to believe that what I'm saying is better than silence. And if what I'm saying is not better than silence, I have no reason to open my mouth.
I mean, I have a lot of Legos like at my house.
Tell me more.
About Legos? The little like plastic building blocks.
No, I know what they are, but why do you have them?
Because they're fun. You can just like buy a set and put it together and then you have like a TIE fighter or some shit. Like,
a what?
You watch Star Wars?
Nah, fam.
The Mandalorian takes place like chronologically after Yoda's death in the Star Wars timeline. No worries.
Set him up. Set him right up. You could tell, like from the jump, it was a setup. From the jump, you could tell. She's like, tell me more. Please, I'm so intrigued by this dumb shit. You could tell. That's why she's laughing deep down. This nigga just expressed how he felt.
Hey man, check this out. Let me tell you a secret. That guy who she's cheating on you with is telling her not to sleep with you. Please don't ask me how I know.
I have a question for you guys. In my life, when a girl that I'm dating who's really attractive posts me on her social media, what do you think happens to me? Anybody want to take a guess?
Your value as a man goes up.
But let me be more specific. What happens? What do you think happens to me on social media?
Be more attracted to you.
What kind of messages do you think I get?
A lot of women are going to start staring at you because I'm with you, you know? Like, that's just how it is. It's always been that way.
They're going to like certain stuff. They might even
it might be a girl that turned you down before and then you get in a relationship and then they're like, right.
Sounds familiar.
And the boyfriend material.
Yeah. But other guys will look at you too like, oh, he has a fine girlfriend.
It's interesting. So does anybody not think that's what the case is? Anybody not think that's what the case is when a man is with other women that women find him attractive? Does anybody not think that's the case? Okay, cool. The term for that is called mate choice copying, and it's actually a psychological term. But here in this whole sphere, we call it pre-selection. The term is called pre-selection, and it's a real thing. Pre-selection only works one way, though. It does not work for women. A woman sitting there with 10 dudes is not more attractive to us as a man. A guy with 10 girls, women will be like, he's a douchebag. Yeah, exactly.
I asked men at the gym, like, what is the dating scene like right now? And they were like, bro, everybody want this six-figure dude. And sometimes millennial women have this thought that if he isn't making six figures, then he's a bum. He doesn't want more. And that's not necessarily the case. In reality, that's the top, 10% of people? That's a lot less men that majority of women are looking for.
I'm done.
So Danny, just to clarify, like this entire thing was a test, like none of it was real. Jay was actually in on this and he was actually like working with your boyfriend to find out if you would remain loyal to him or not. He actually doesn't even live here. He doesn't have a Turo business. The shoes aren't even his. He's just pretending to do that because he just wanted to find out if you would remain loyal to your boyfriend or not.
Obviously not. Obviously not. Obviously everything we went through doesn't count for anything, right?
You can't ask me a simple question.
Yeah. We got you. We got you.
You got me what?
We got you. I mean, so a whole year we wasted.
Oh my God.
Why didn't you just tell me? Why didn't you just confront me? Like if it was such a problem with the money, you should have just told me.
I don't care.
Oh, you don't care. Now you don't care because you got caught. Now you don't care because you got caught. Okay.
So you're embarrassing yourself.
I'm embarrassing you?
You're embarrassing yourself. Yeah, that was embarrassing.
Yeah, well.
The only one that should be embarrassed is you.
you.
Oh, I am.
And now everyone
You're the
knows
one
that you're
cheating.
broke. Good. I hope it embarrasses
Yeah,
you.
yeah, whatever.
I hope it
Okay.
did. That's embarrassing. Be embarrassed.
Yeah. Just walk away. You're always walking away from everything. Jesus Christ, man. I can't believe this shit.
And if we admit that men are dangerous, like, publicly and loudly, we can't say that men are protectors because it wouldn't make sense. How can we be protectors and the dangerous people?
That's the problem. Stop generalizing. Like, why is it so hard to speak with just a little bit of nuance? Yes, there are dangerous and bad men out there. But with that, there are also some good protectors out there, and that's worth acknowledging as well. Like, yes, men make up the overwhelming majority of offenders in violent crimes. But what gender also makes up the overwhelming majority of the military that protects you and allows you to have the rights and the privileges that you have? What gender are police officers, firefighters, and fathers that make it their duty to protect their families and society? And I don't bring this up to completely disregard the fact that those men committing violent crimes is a problem worth addressing, because it very well is. But everything doesn't have to be black or white. You don't have to paint all men out to be villains to get your point across.
I'm going to say this, right? I want to, because you on to something with this comment. But more men settle in relationships, especially men who have a little something, if they're married to the woman, they settle more than women, because men automatically thinking, okay, if I leave, she's taking everything. I have more to lose than to gain. So men typically settle in marriages. Now, women have more incentives to leave when they don't feel happy or whatever the case may be, because they can leave and take the man's money, take the house, take the kids, take everything, and still make out like a bandit. More men settle. Like, I know it sounds politically correct to say women settle more, but no, more men settle, because more men weigh the odds out, knowing that I have more to lose. And women actually gain more in leaving a man than a man leaving a woman. You understand that?
Porsche is worth $12 million, but now in one move, she's going to lose half of her money. How this happened was Bella reveals
Imagine this frickin' roller coaster that this dude is on. His wife, because they got married at 21, so they're husband and wife technically. His wife just gets astronomically famous on TikTok and all other social media just from lip-syncing videos and doing weird faces like that. Then she gets into the music industry and then cheats on him with Tyga multiple times. So that's all devastating. And then, she wants a divorce and everything, but she didn't sign a prenup, and state law in California is 50-50 if there's no prenup. So this dude went from a normal marriage to his girlfriend being like an internet superstar to her cheating on him, and then now he's got like $6 million that he could get in the bank. A win is a win, boys. A win is a win.
You know what? I see why the fellas is mad at us. We used to do better. So I was talking to one of my homegirls not too long ago, and she tells me she's met the perfect guy, right? She's like, he's great, he's handsome, great job, all of that, right? Oh, nobody's perfect, of course, but standard-wise, preference-wise, he met everything. So then later on, she tells me, and she's like, oh, I dubbed him. He's just not right for me. And I'm like, well, what happened? Like, everything was good. Like, you were saying, like, this could have been future hubby. Like you was damn near on the right track for everything. Like, he was just matching up. You know what this woman tells me? She says, his car is old. And I say, okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? She's like, well, he's been in his career for 10 plus years. He should have a brand new car. He should have something from this year. Like, why don't you have a more expensive car? Sis, sounds like he doesn't have a car payment. Sounds like he doesn't have an extra $700-800 that he has to spend a month, or how much ever a car payment is. It sounds like he's saving up money. What's the problem? Does it work? Does it have an auxiliary cord? Does it have heat and air conditioning? That's all I really care about. Do the windows go up and down? Has it passed the inspection? That's really all that counts. But you're worried about it being an old car? Really? You're gonna pass him up because his car is old? Just little shit like that that explains why these men are sick of us. Because you could have a perfectly good guy with a good career. He takes care of himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything that you could ask for, and it's just not enough. But it's women like me that will love on y'all. I just want to let you know that. Okay? We are out here. Stop paying attention to the materialistic women. That's the only thing I could say to you, men.
The main thing I said is men should always marry a woman that loves them more than they love them, and because that's part of the selection process. If she doesn't love you, when men, they stay loyal to the cause, they can stay in a marriage that they're not madly in love with because they see the bigger picture. For women, they can't stay loyal to the cause, so it's always important that you pick a woman that loves you more than you love her.
And you know.
Yeah, but
Yeah, because you got two kids.
so it's just the 2 kids thing.
No,
like,
it's not just. It's big. I mean, you're 30 years old and all this career stuff. But where? How many different fathers?
1.
Okay. How come you and he didn't get married?
I was so young when I was in that relationship, so I met
Okay.
him when
How
I
old
was
is your
really
oldest
young.
child?
10.
How old is your youngest?
7.
So you were 23. That's
When
not
I
young.
had my daughter, yeah. So my kid's father, he was older than me.
But listen to what I'm about to say. You were younger. You were old enough to make babies.
Yeah.
First one at 20, even though I'm not okay with it, you can let it slide. But the second one, man, that's a choice. Why didn't
Yeah,
you?
no, we were in the, I was with him for 6 or 7 years.
But you weren't his wife. And that's a
No.
difference.
This is the #1 main secret to keeping your girlfriend or your wife. Trust me, I'm using my failed experiences so that you don't need to go through what I went through. I got cheated on and divorced, and if this video helps you out, follow me on Instagram at MindsetMasterMike and DM me free PDF. I will send you something to change your life after a breakup or get you back in the dating game, any of that shit. DM me, bro. I got you. So the #1 main key and secret to keeping your girlfriend or wife is you have to not be afraid to lose her. What? But Mike, how does that make any sense? I'm going to explain right now. It sounds weird, but if you're afraid to lose her, you already have, dude. You have to be so good with yourself and have so much faith and confidence in yourself and your purpose in life that you operate in such a level of confidence that your woman is always attracted to you. And you operate in a way where you know that if she ever left or disrespected you or cheated on you or any of that stuff, that you will find a better girl in the near future, one that is more deserving of your time and energy. When you live like this, they can feel that confidence and they will not fuck it up. They want to keep you around. You know you're a high value man worth keeping. If you lose that energy, they will start to lose attraction and respect for you over time. If you lose your purpose and your confidence and you start becoming needy and giving off feminine energy, dude, it's going to push them away slowly and they're not going to tell you it's happening. You can love the girl with all your heart and you want to keep her forever, but at the same time, you always need to be on your purpose and on your grind as a man. And this, ironically, brings the glue around that keeps them around to begin with. Once you start dropping shit like, oh my God, you're my whole life, I can't live without you, dude, the movies are bullshitting. That is not what they want, and it's a big fucking turnoff. Don't do this shit. After 9 years, the freaking second I told my wife that I built my life around her and I don't know what's going on, and man, I feel you distant and all this shit, boom, cheated on, divorced. Almost a decade. Doesn't matter how much time you have behind you. Your track record does not count. Doesn't matter if you were great to them for 8 years. If year 9 comes and you're not the greatest, they will still fucking leave, dude. So if you like the girl you got and you want to keep her forever, the key is to not be afraid to lose this girl. By knowing and believing in your soul that you are a man worth keeping. Because that's how you operate. And you're always on your purpose. You're always on your grind. If you lose sight of yourself, she will lose sight of you.
For my birthday early.
Oh, okay. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Do not be this guy. Do not be the victim guy. Do not be the, oh, no girl treat me right. You know what? Let me not say don't be that guy. Let me not say that. Because if you one of the motherfuckers who, if this is you and that's how you just gonna do it, it is what it is. Don't listen to me. But this for the motherfuckers who trying to learn some shit. So yeah, I'm about to give you a list of why you don't want to be the victim guy. For one, she don't give a fuck. That's your trauma. She don't give a fuck. Two, you get no points. And you wanna know why? Because she know what you're doing. Regardless if it's true or not. It's not her trauma, for one. And two, she know what you're doing. You wanna know why? Because they do the same shit when they telling you about the guys that can never treat them right. They know they fucked up in some ways, but they going out of their way to avoid accountability, to seem perfect. And the last reason, this gonna blow some of y'all mind. That shit is a turnoff. If she cheating on you, why in the hell would no other girl cheat on you? Why would I want you if she felt the need to cheat on you? This is how a lot of them think. But do what you want.
Stop being stupid. She knew exactly what she was doing and she knew exactly how much it would hurt.
And that's on facts. Tighten up, kings.
People in the comments like, ooh, I need to send this to him. Ooh, he needs to see this. It's not for him. The post is for you. You're the target audience. It's to make you feel better. This changes nothing for him. He already knew.
One of the things that guys need to understand, when women talk about going out with somebody, if it's a chick, she's going to say, I'm going to go out with my girlfriend, right? If it's a guy, what she'll say is, I'm going out with a friend.
Yeah.
Okay? So she told you flat out she was going with a guy and you let it happen. And that was your first mistake. So what you should have been doing is like, well, hold on a second. What are you doing, hanging out with guys? Oh, well, you're just jealous, Mike. Like, why are you trying to control me? I'm not trying to control you. You're my wife. And I don't deal with women that hang out with guys from their past.
Yeah.
Right? So you put your foot down. And you're going to get out of life what you tolerate. So this has gone on now for how long?
I got big boobs, so probably that.
Or like everybody likes my eyes. I think my eyes are fine too. I'll give you an 8.5 because I really dig the strong aesthetic.
She's substituting strong for something else. That was like the highest ranking she gave anybody. 8 point. That's almost a 9, which is 1 away from a 10.
Let's put Zendaya at a 9.
And then she's right here.
You're 0.5 away from Zendaya?
Number 3, dudes whose entire personality revolves around them pandering to women. The crazy thing is, they know you guys are the worst one.
Man, look, bro. Hey, the biggest thing that I be thinking whenever I be seeing men pander to women, the biggest thing I be thinking is you better be a saint. You better be a motherfucking saint with your pandering ass. We better not hear about no cheating scandal. We better not hear about you beating on no woman. None of that bullshit while you sit up on this internet and pander to women. And the fucked up thing about it is, you're always going to have a large group of women falling for that shit every fucking time. You know how easy it is to get people riled up by just putting a phone in your face saying, men ain't shit, men ain't the problem? You boy, man, you motherfuckers better be some saints around this hoe.
After 30, men are significantly more desirable than women because women has a decline.
So short and sweet, men, don't get married to your early to mid 30s. That's when you're going to have the most options. The girl that made this video, An Lee, she's a young woman herself and she gets into women in your 20s. Don't waste time and put off marriage. That's what you want until your 30s. You'll regret it. For the rest of us, age doesn't really matter. Fitness, shared values, fitness, and fitness. That's pretty much it.
The role of women, be the home. You're not meant to leave the home and try to make money for the home. Keep clean the house, the children, your speech, and your intentions. That is your job. Offer yourself to your husband. Oh, sex. It is so important. If there's anything that men are aching for and longing for, it's sex with their partner. Not a whore. Not another woman. They want you. Allow him to be masculine and create a good life. Be there to calm him through his successes and failures. Men will fail. That's okay. Be there for them. And when they're successful, yay!
Excuse me.
What do you want? I got a husband, so what do you want?
Okay. You also have a flat tire.
Oh, can you
No, call your husband.
Steph is cold, saying the realest sh1t I've ever heard. PT2.
Me as a female, if I can go talk to somebody or flirt with somebody and I see automatically that they're just all over me, it turns me off straight away. But
let me translate that for you. When I fake interest in him, when I fake validate him, when I fake compliment him, and I see him reciprocate that same energy and over validate me, I lose interest just like that. That's what she's saying. Boy, you cute too, baby. You fucked up right there. Because she just baited you just for you to validate her back. Now your goofy ass talking to yourself in the DM. And then guess what she finna do? Screenshot it and put it on her close friends. And then laugh at it. She ain't gonna delete you. She ain't gonna block you. Because she needs your validation.
Yes, hello, I'm here.
Hi, how old are you?
I'm 38. I'm about to be 38.
What's your disagreement?
My disagreement is with the qualities of a high value man. I didn't hear one thing. Listening to your live streams, does that include a strong erection? And that's an honest question. Because a high value man of an older age can.
Kimberly, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's your disagreement?